2 week notice. My 2 week notice was my last 2 weeks of work. I'm not gonna give you a 2 week notice. Be like, okay, ta-da. No, bye, bitch. Like, it is what it is. Like, hi guys, it's your girl here, Chris Diori, and I'm back for another video. So, what time is it? It is 5:21 in the morning. Do not ask me why I'm up this early making a video. I cannot sleep. I was up all night. I figure I'll make a video and I will potentially go to sleep. But this video is mostly about the worst job ever. Now, comment down what your guess is where I could possibly work at, what was my worst job was, or whatever. I'll give you about 10 seconds or whatever. But that's not enough time to comment down. So the answer is Marshall's. Marshall's was my worst job. Now, if you want to hear the rest of this story, please like this video and subscribe. It helps me a lot. So let's get to this video. Alright, so boom, like I said, the worst job I ever had was Marshall's. This was old. I was like 17 at the time. I'm almost 20 now. So around at the end of 2017, I got hired at Marshall's. I worked at the one by if you live in the Brooklyn area, you live in Brooklyn, New York, I worked at the Marshalls at Atlantic Mall. So you know how when you come out of the Barclays Center, you see Target, and then you see this little bridge on top, and then you see Burlington, Best Buy, Marshalls. That's where I was at. Around the time that I got hired, it was December. So you know, most places that most hire people as seasonal or whatever. That's what I thought. I thought I was getting hired for seasonal work, but it was actually for a permanent position. It was for a stock associate. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm at the back, which is the stock room. I'm basically folding clothes, doing I'm basically putting the tags on the clothes, on the purses, on the shoes and stuff. Even in the early mornings, that's where mostly our job, take place. We will have to get up early so we can get at work, because the trucks come in early and all that stuff. It was stressful. So, the stock job was only on the weekends. Because around the time that I was working, I was still in high school. I was in my junior year of high school. And I, applied for the position and I got it. And I started working right away. And most days, when I first started, they gave me random days. Sometimes they will ask me to come in after school or whatever and work, but most of my hours was on the weekends, so Saturday and Sunday. And the maximum hours I would get was 18 to 20 hours. And it was alright. It's kind of a start for, my first job. Well, it wasn't really my first job. I worked at Summer Youth, but that wasn't nothing. That was during the summer. This is some real I only worked on the weekends. I worked 18 to 20 hours. I was getting paid good by the hour though, but the hours sucked Like, they would have us come like 6-7 o'clock in the morning to unload the truck. Then, you know, they just had us do a lot. So it was good. It was good. Now I'm gonna get to the worst part about it. So there were more bad than good about this job. Number one, the bad thing was that, and for some reason, none of those bastards was available. Like, if it was really an emergency and you really needed them, they were not available. You would have to really chase them down to find somebody. And then when you really find one, they'll catch an attitude. And I'm just like, there's no need to get an attitude, because I don't understand how 10-15 managers is at work and neither all of y'all are available. Like, make it make sense, people. Like, and then, you know, they were unprofessional. Like, the way they, like, talk to you and treat you, like, that's very unprofessional. But, like, prior to me leaving, so, like I said, I got hired, like, December 2017, and I left April of 2019. I don't work there no more. I left in April 2019 because I went ahead and got a new job, and that job was way better than that one, honestly. So that's the reason why I left. There was this manager. She was Hispanic. She acted like she was better than everybody, and like Tom, Dick, and Harry. She was a dick rider, if you ask me. Like, she was the type of person, she'll find anything and everything to bring you into the office. Like, especially me, for an example. You know, I'll come to work, do it is what I gotta do, and mind my business. From the moment I step into work, the bullshit starts, yo. And, like, she'd be like, oh, because she stayed look at cameras, because in the office it's like mad cameras, you could see it everywhere. And she like, oh, I seen you talking to this coworker, I'ma separate you two. It doesn't matter how you separate us, we're still gonna talk together. Like, this is what makes me mad with people, because you go so hard to separate us and you think separating us is gonna solve the issue. And sadly, it does not, because we're still going to talk together. Even when we get on break, we're still going to talk to each other. So, all of that extra... I believe she had, like, a personal vendetta against me, because, like, she always harassed me. I could have dead went to HR and filed a report of harassment against her, because she wasn't acting like a regular manager. She was acting like... because they were trying to jip me out of my money. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't like math. Math is legit it's not my strong suit. It's not. Math is not my... But when it comes to money, I know everything. I know if I'm missing $1.67, $2.50, $10, $15, I know. I will know. So one time, so we got paid on Fridays. So usually every time after school, when I get a chance, I would go straight to work and I would get my check. And so every Friday the pay period would close, and the check for the new week wasn't prepared yet. I would normally get my check from the last week, and then, you know, when I come into work that next day, the new check from the week that I worked is going to be ready. So one day I came in, got my check, opened it, and, you know, I'm looking through my pay stub and everything, and I realized that I was missing some hours. Okay, so like I had to like ask my manager, like, why did you not add them hours to, the pay stub? And they're like, oh, we're gonna put it. I'm like, that don't make sense. I legit worked this week because because they cut the pay period off on Friday. Any day that you work before Friday, it counts. It counts on to that check. So say by chance, I worked Monday and Tuesday. They asked me to come in that Wednesday. Some additional hours that I worked on Wednesday should have been included on that check. Them hours that I did extra, it was not included. So they're like, oh, we could put it on the next one. I was like, you can do that. Do that. Because y'all not going to jip me out of my money. Are you dumb? Are you stupid or something? Like, don't play with my money. Like, I don't play that. Do not play with my money. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Like, I don't waste your time. I don't play with your money, so don't do that to me. Like, it is what it is. And then, the fourth reason why it was the worst job was because all the people, like all my coworkers, was older than me. Meaning, like, they had to be older than, like, they had to be around their 40s, late 50s. The men would hit up on me and everything. I'm like, ew, gross. Even women around their age, they wasn't hitting on them, and I'm just like it is what it is. Like, you don't want to hit up on them because they know that you trash. Like, you whack. Like, so you prey on younger women. Whoa, that did not sound right. That sound like predatory. But, yeah, they would hit on me or whatever. And it's clearly obvious that they're flirting with me. They're trying to talk to me and stuff. Like, for example, there was this one dude who I was working with. He was Jamaican, I believe. Jamaican. And he asked me, was I Guyanese? And I said, Guyanese? Like, what makes you think I was Guyanese or something? So he's like, oh, you just give off that vibe, like, da da da. I'm like, no, sir, I'm not Guyanese. I'm American. And then he later on to ask me if I was Hispanic. I'm not Hispanic either, mister. Like, he's just assuming. He's not asking. Like, it just turned me off. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me go back to my job. Let me go do what I gotta do. And then, like, I had this buddy at work. We was mad cool. He was mad cool. Like, like, we was like this. And, like, because we was like this, everybody thought that we were a couple. We liked each other. We were boyfriend and girlfriend. And I'm like, no, we're just friends. We cool with each other. Yeah. And then, besides the man just being disrespectful and old men hitting up on me, I think that sums it up on why that was the worst job ever. And then I just got tired of that job. Like, it was just annoying. It was stressing me out. And then they started cutting our hours. So, like I said earlier in the video, we worked on the weekends. So, we went from Saturday to Sunday. Just Sunday. No, not Sunday, Saturday. Because apparently Sunday, the truck didn't want to come. And I'm just like, that is just a bullshit. Like, this is something that I can do in my sleep. Like, this is, like, it's pointless. So, I applied to different jobs. And I ended up working. I ended up getting hired somewhere else. And I got hired at my other job in February. I didn't officially start working at my new job, which is my current job right now, until like March. So yeah. Dang. But yeah, that sums up to Marshall's being the worst job ever. And you know, that's another thing. You know how like when you quit a job or whatever, you gotta give them a 2-week notice? I didn't even give them a 2-week notice. My last day with them was like April something. It was the beginning of April. And after that, they never saw me again. They never saw me again. I was like, bye. Bye. I didn't even give him a 2-week notice. My 2-week notice was my last 2 weeks of work. I'm not going to give you a 2-week notice. Be like, okay. Ta-da. No, bye, bitch. Like, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. But if y'all like this video, please like this video. And trust me, there is more content to come.